Feeling great. Doing as much as I can at practice, 7-on-7, one-on-ones, just trying to be the best I can be with what they allow me to do.
How limited are you?
I can do everything but live periods. I can run. My cutting's a little iffy, but I'm coming along just fine.
Where are you at health-wise, would you say?
I'm probably about 80% right now. Got to get cutting in, and I'll be good to go by fall camp.
Is that like a mental kind of trust thing?
Yeah, I think it's just trusting myself to make every cut, make every play that I did before I got hurt, and just, opening up and running when I need to, stopping when I need to, and I should be good to go.
Yeah, is that something you kind of covered in, PT, really kind of easing into that?
Yeah, spring ball kind of put a small damper on my PT, but I still got all the way till fall camp. I'm just going to keep being the best I can be, with what time I got to do PT.
Was it a torn ACL?
Yeah, it was. Torn ACL.
Which knee was it?
Left knee.
Okay.
Yeah.
How frustrating was that? Because I know leading up to that, we kept hearing great things about how many strides you'd made, and then that happens.
Well, it was frustrating at first when I was laying out there hurt, but then I calmed myself down and just realized it is what it is, and it's time to get ready for PT, come along and get better as the season went on with myself, and just be a good teammate.
How are you able to make the most of last year? Like you said, I'm sure frustrating, but how are you able to kind of, at least get the mental side of things?
My thing is let me be the best teammate I could possibly be, and then learn as much as I possibly can learn, behind the scenes, watch extra film, be there for everybody on the team, and just be the best me I could be, and, be selfless and just let it, because the season was about everybody else, I got hurt, and it was what it was, so I just didn't let it affect me.
What was
you
the
able to
rehab
pick up
process?
last year?
What'd you go through?
Oh, I actually had surgery a month after I got hurt, the week of the Iowa game. So after that, I had to be in a locked-up brace for another month, and then I got going on PT.
You obviously quarterback. You're always through your career. I'm sure you've rarely had to watch from the sideline. What did you maybe learn from the sideline that maybe you didn't know that?
Well, I think what helped me the most is, hearing the coach's side of things, because when you're not playing, you can stand back and listen to what they have to say, truly what they have to say, and, learn the ins and outs of the way they think and what they watch during film, instead of just sitting there watching as a quarterback, just trying to be the best player you can be on Saturdays, but seeing the big picture and what's best for, the outcome of the game.
Did you have the headsets on and listening to the communications and all that?
I got to hear that, so many ups and downs and roller coasters through the year. You got to see the lowest of lows and the highest of highs, and that, made me a better person, made me a better teammate. Getting to see, how the players responded to the coaches through it all. It was just really a great experience, honestly.
What was the PT you went through?
I started off slow, got in the pool, jogging, everything, and then I got on the field and just started running straight lines for about 100 yards, and then gradually got into cutting. And
how long were you not able to walk for?
I could walk 2 weeks after surgery, but then I didn't get to actually run in the pool until 2 months out of surgery.
With all the changes I would say went through with quarterbacks last season, was there ever a part of you that kind of wondered, man, if I was healthy, where would I be?
At times, but I knew that they knew what was best for everybody, and I got to see everything fold out, and I was there for Jacob as much as I was Joel, vice versa. I just wanted to see the team be successful.
Where do you feel like you would have been in the mix of things?
I really don't know.
How have you seen the offense, really kind of evolutionize from the first day, with Matt Campbell and Coach Manning to now?
Well, it started off slow, learning everything, but, after, a whole season of up and downs, and then finishing the year out like we did, and then going from the end of the season to now, made great strides from West Virginia to now, and it's phenomenal to see. We scored back-to-back twice today like it was nothing, and it's just awesome to see.
Zeb, what are your goals from right now until fall camp? What do you have to do to get better?
My goal is to just be 100% and be the Zeb I was before I got hurt, and be able to just run, jump, and cut, have no effects in my body whatsoever.
Would you say you're a better mental quarterback now compared to a year ago?
He talked about having the headset on, that in itself made me mentally stronger, and going through it all, I just didn't let the ACL get the best of me. I just embraced it and took it head on.
What's the Zeb like before this injury? You
I
said
just
that's what
I
you
just
wanted.
felt like, you know, I was loose. I had no stress about the knee. I didn't limp. I just went out there every day and didn't think about anything with my lower half. But now, you know, I catch it just right sometimes, and it's a little tender. So I kind of hold back and let off.
You limp a little?
I limp a little bit still if I try to break down real fast or make a big cut. But other than that, I'm good.
What did you know, unique that you came a semester early?
Right.
How glad are you that you did that now that, I mean, you already
Right.
knew the playbook before you got hurt?
Right. I mean, it was the best decision I've ever made. I would do it over again every chance I could get. I'd tell anybody to do it because you learn so much about yourself, you know, not being in high school and actually growing up and being thrown in there to the wolves and going through a lot of crap before you get to go to fall camp and all the other freshmen there. You're so far ahead mentally and physically.
A lot of guys talk about the jump from high school to college. You know, the game is just faster.
Right.
You know, what on the mental side is different about it?
I thought it was a lot fast. You know, last spring I thought it was so fast and it was, you know, tough. And I think you just play off raw talent. But then by the time you get to the summer and you get to do 7-on-7 and all the good summer things, it'll slow down and you're prepared for the season unlike you would be coming in late.
What are some of the things you missed out on? I know we've talked to guys in the past who came early, missed that part of that senior year, like missed prom and
Yeah.
stuff like that. What are some
Well,
of
I
the
did
things
miss
you
prom.
you
I did miss prom. It was a day of the spring game, which was okay to me, but I actually got to go back and walk at graduation.
Okay.
But I don't know. My brother's a year younger than me, so I got to miss out a little bit of time that I'd had with him. But other than that, I enjoyed being here.
So you're here for the spring game instead of prom.
Yep,
Your dad's a coach, right?
he is. He's a head coach.
Did you get any? Did you sit and watch film with Dad, do that type of stuff?
Yeah, I did. Actually, he was probably more tough about my knee injury than I was, just because father don't want to see that happen to their son. But
Yeah. Does he